Yo guys, what is up? It's me, Zeke, aka Fuzzeke. I'm a trailer composer and songwriter. My music has been placed in a lot of YouTube and Twitch streamers' videos. I have never gotten a trailer placement, not yet. Hopefully, will in the future. But today, I don't want to produce a song right now. I want to give you guys a good understanding on what goes on inside a trailer composer's mind before he starts creating music or she starts creating music. I will be talking about what sounds you should use, what you should do and what you should not do when you master the track, or not master the track, when you give the track out to people. So what sounds should you use? The most important sound in all of trailer music is probably the riser, because the riser is the part where it just hypes the audience up. Like I think you can get away with not having like whoosh hits or downers, but those are important too. So the key sound effects in trailers are whooshes, whoosh bangs, trailer hits, downers, I just said downers, risers, sub hits. Sub hits are also very important. Yeah. Also, don't join the loudness wars. You may be asking, why not? Like, we want to make our track like really loud. We want it to stand out above the rest. Well, let me show an example why. Let me open my DAW real quick. Also, sorry guys if this is like square looking, the whole computer. This is a MacBook Pro. It tends to be more taller, and so it's not like your standard size for YouTube. But for me, it helps because you can have more tracks right here. So I'm gonna put in one of my tracks right here, a track that I created in Logic Pro. So I didn't make this loud. I don't make my tracks loud because I want trailer editors to find the sync points. Like, let's say that you master a track, you make every single little bit that's quiet stand out like this. So the track will end up looking like this, and it's just gonna be really hard for the trailer editors to find the sync points. And that is hard. What are sync points? Sync points are usually the parts where a transition happens for a scene change. And a sync point could also be where a guy punches with the, like, for example, the kick drum. Like, the punch will happen right on the kick drum, and so it's to add more intensity to the trailer. But if your track is like looking like this, like it's extremely hard for editors to find the sync points, and so I tend to just leave it normalized like this. And overall, your music doesn't need to be loud, because if you do master your track where it's extremely loud like this, your track will be turned down because the trailer editors will find SFX and dialogue and implement it in between each scene. And so you just don't really need to make it loud. I know that there's people that said, oh, make it loud, we want to make our tracks stand out, we want to make it like blasting the eardrums out. But to me, you don't need to do that, because they're adding sound effects, they're adding dialogue, they're adding scene changes, and people are going to be paying attention to more of the scenery more than the music. But the music, I believe, is 49% of the trailer. So moving on. Don't limit your music genres. Why do I say that? Well, you shouldn't limit your tracks because your music listening experience, because if you do that, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to sound like the artist, eventually sound like the artist you're listening to if you listen to that over and over. You should expand your music listening experience with like pop, rock, orchestral, country. Even though I'm not a fan of country, I still listen to it because there's a lot of great information that is in music, because it's different, it's not new, it's different, and you're learning something that you don't know. Yeah, something like that. Watch a bunch of trailers. Why do I say that? because I want to. No, I'm just joking. Watch a bunch of trailers because I think that it's great to get good ideas from trailers. Specifically, I watch the 30-second promos and TV spots. I don't usually watch trailers that go over 3 minutes, 2 minutes, or even 1 minute, because I just quickly want to get an idea of like what I should create and just quickly make a song. Like I said, keep your track short and sweet. Keep your track short and sweet. They will, people will always ask you, please bro, make it longer. And we want to, of course, not give them that. We don't want to make the track longer. We want people to have make it longer. We don't we don't want to do that. Make your tracks unique with folly. Why do I say that? Well, what I look at it is that trailer editors will add foley to your tracks and add dialogue, but I think that you should add foley because it adds that character and will make your track stand out more, even though it's not loud. Because from what I look at it, you're sending the stems, you're sending the drums stripped out, you're sending the instruments separately, so they can just literally take out the S effects if they want, but if they don't, great, because it's already mixed in with the musical context and will work. For an example, you can use like glass breaking sound effects, you can use gunshots. Like, I wouldn't go as far as using explosions because that just doesn't work with trailer music wise, like demo wise, because they will add the explosions and stuff. Trailer editors will. I think it's also good to understand what musical techniques editors love. For an example, I think the most commonly used music technique in trailer music is the light bulb switch effect. It's where the buildup happens all the way up here, and it just suddenly cuts off right here. Boom. And then it goes back into music, the hint of the drop, which I call it. And that's of course where either a scene will happen or the title of the movie appears. So yeah, make sure you have a build up right here, and then boom, cut off right here. Don't just silence. And I think that you should use the use of silence in your tracks, because that could be like where dialogue happens. That could be where the trailer editors put in some sound effects or something. Yeah. Also, they love the triplet drum effect. They don't like the standard 16 beat 4/4. They like the 12 beat. They don't like the they don't like that part. They like the they like that kind of stuff. Complex beats obviously makes it more exciting. In trailer music, you should add elements that are not predictable. There we go, that was the word. Predictable. You should make your music unpredictable in trailer music. Like, completely blow the audience away with a different sound that they've never heard. Also, layer your instruments. That is the important part. I can't show you very well how to layer because that's literally up to you, because there's literally no right way or wrong way to do that. So just maybe look at a tutorial, get some ideas for layering, and just start doing your way. Alright guys, I think that sums up the tutorial. I'm Zeke, aka Fuzzeke, and I'm a trailer composer. Hopefully you learned something from this. If not, I'm sorry. Well, we'll be next episode, which I will be in, which will be the 3rd episode, I believe. We'll be doing a track walkthrough. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video.